when teachers, parents, students, and community members gather outside of school before the day starts, there might be some speeches, some signs, and then staff and students say bye-bye, and they walk into school together to start the day. Some people have been getting sassy with me saying, what's the point of that? Well, okay, striking is illegal for teachers in 37 states, and 5 states don't let teachers unionize. So walk-ins are one way that teachers can raise awareness for their troubles legally. And if you've ever taught, you know decision makers tend to listen to parents and community members way more than teachers. If they listened to teachers, we wouldn't be in this mess. And also, not every action needs to be massive and dramatic to be effective. Different forms of protest and different forms of civic engagement have different uses. But if you're like, bah humbug, this shit won't work, I'm not doing it. Okay, well, what are you doing? Because how in the heck are you gonna organize a full-blown sick-out or protest or strike or whatever if you don't even dip your little tootsie in the water and do something like a walk-in? It doesn't have to be a walk-in. I'm just like using that as an example now, but you don't go from never running to running a marathon, right? You train and you build up your stamina, and movements are the same thing. You don't go from 0 to a historic teacher strike. You gotta start small and build community and get people comfy with showing up and what you want, and then you escalate. And let's be so for real, some of our communities need to get warmed up before we throw the big stuff on them, and some of us need to practice leading before we organize bigger things. Because if you can't get your colleagues to stand outside with you for 30 minutes, I'm going to be so for real, how are you going to get them to walk out with you for a week? Anyways, tomorrow NEA is calling for teachers across the country to do walk-ins because Congress is on recess, so your elected officials are home. And I keep screeching, get engaged locally! And this is a great way to find those people that you're going to go to those school board meetings with and then hit up Chili's after for a triple dipper. But we're on spring break. That's fine. Walk-ins are not strictly for tomorrow. You can use the toolkit from NEA or whoever and do one any old time. And there will be more Congress on recess times. I'm just here to help you to get started because we need to start organizing locally as it becomes glaringly clear that the federal government is not going to protect public education. So sure, you can totally sit around and be like, I need the action to be bigger because I'm feeling a lot of fear and this feels gigantic and out of control. Or you can poo-poo people who are mobilizing their communities. Cope however you want. But if you're ready, you can show up and bring people and start something bigger. Just my 2 cents.